Hello friends, my name is Kate. Welcome back to yet another update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows this year. It is currently the middle of June. I'm a little bit late on this update, but that's okay. And I'm so excited because this month is just Pan Those Eyeshadows. We no longer have the Too Faced palette sticking around, so let's not waste any time and let's talk about my shades. So this is the color palette that I was working with this past month. We have Cindy from the ABH Carly Bible, Electric from ABH Subculture, Tarte from Profusion Nudes, New Age from ColourPop Or and Out, and West Coast from Profusion Nudes, which is that same color, just in a shimmer. This is a very fun color story. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to share my progress with you. So I will forewarn you, not the most pans from this, but I have hit another additional pan, and I'm working on some other things on the side, and there's a lot of pans coming. So let me go ahead and show you what Cindy was looking like 2 months ago when I rolled it in. I never took a progress photo for last month. Over 2 months that it's been in this project, I have used it 49 times, and here's what we're looking like today. Still no pan in there despite all of that use, but I've been using this with a fluffy brush to use as a blush pretty much every time, and it's getting low. I mean, pan, it's gonna happen eventually, but it might be another month or two of daily use on this, and then we'll have a big ol' honkin' pan in here, which will be really exciting. I'm also just loving how used this palette is looking. Isn't that lovely? My next shade I've been working on is Electric. Here is what it has been looking like previously. I have used this so far 19 times, and here is what we are looking like today. So a massive dip in here. I actually did hit pan. I was going in with the brush and I scraped a big old chunk off the bottom and I could see the pan, but it felt like cheating, so I smushed that back into place, and I've been trying to wear that away and hit pan organically on it again, and I've not done so yet. But I have to say, for 19 uses, that is a crater. So I really enjoy the shade. I am happy to work on it for another month, and I will definitely have a pan to share with you for the next update. Next, we have Tarte. So here's what this shade was looking like. The first month I had used this 6 times, and then last month I only used this 3 times. Actually, that's not true. I wore it today, so 4 times. And here is what we are looking like. I know I'm spoiling other things in this palette, but I frankly don't care. This is the shade Tarte. There's not much difference at all in there, as there wouldn't be for 4 uses. This shade is just so warm, and I don't love those sort of really warm browns, like mustardy browns on me. So I've struggled to wear this a little bit. This is definitely gonna be a long haul or a 30 uses and roll out kind of shade. I wish you could see Bert's. He's helping. He's helping. So that is what we're looking like with that one, but we'll just keep chipping away at it. New Age was looking like this the last couple of months. I used this in total, to find my paper, I had used this 10 times the first month, and then over the course of the last month and change, because I'm late on this update, I used it 17 times. I did use that as a nail polish topper one of those times, which I typically count 5 uses every time I use it as nail polish, so that's why those are really high numbers. But here is what New Age is looking like today. Aw. Okay. Here's what it is looking like today. You can see I did hit pan in there. There is a little bit of a double pan just because this is broken so much. I did drop this palette again and break it again, but a nice little baby pan in there nonetheless that I'm very excited for. This palette is looking beat up and used, and thankfully that is also just from use and not from me, smashing it. But there's one pan to share for you, and then we'll jump back over to the Profusion palette, West Coast only rolled in last month, and I used this over the last month 26 times. I've really been enjoying this shade as a liner on the lower lash line, and I also use this as a nail polish topper as well for this nail polish that's very chipped and no longer looks good, but this is what it was looking like when I rolled it in, and here we are now. And somehow I have not hit pan on this yet. I think I have like maybe 1 or 2 uses to go before I do hit that pan, but it'll just make for an easier month for me for next month's update. So you may have also noticed I hit a bonus pan in here. This is in the shade Cavalry. I did just pick this palette up a couple of months ago, so I did track. It only took me 19 uses to hit like a baby pan, but it is pan all the same. And I also want to let you guys know, I'm not going to do a separate video for it. I don't feel like I have the collection to be able to like make this a series and then only be able to do it for 4 palettes. But I am kind of doing an unofficial on the side project level up. This was my level 1 palette. I did use everything in here much more than one time, and that was the pan that I was trying to hit. I'm also really close on clay here. I'm hoping next month I will have a large pan in there to show you as well, because it's a really good transition shade. So when I hit that pan, I just decided I was gonna randomize for a level 2 palette, which was my Carly Bible. And there's no new pans in here as you saw, but I do want to just let you know I am working on Bear and Bowley to try to hit the next 2 pans in here. I have not yet used everything twice because Stab is just a very difficult shade, but I wanted to let you know that and my plans going forward. I'm going to use Aura Out for level 3 because I can't do anything higher than that with just these 3 shades that have not had pan. And I used to have pan in Clarity before I had to repress it. So I'm just gonna plan on this for my level 3. I wanna get a lot of use out of this palette this year as well. So that being said, the 2 shades I'm working on in here and then the 3 shades in here, I'm not gonna make eligible to roll into the pan Those Eyeshadows. I know how I've been doing it is monthly. I will have a shade, make sure that there's a shade from at least every palette that I have. I'm not gonna do that this month. So, yeah, that's that. So I have 26, if I counted correctly, eligible shades to roll in for the next shade in my quintet. So I have my random number generator up. I always am a little chaotic when I do this. I don't keep things in a spreadsheet. I just like have my palettes in front of me and I start counting from left to right for whatever number I roll. So that's how this is gonna play out. Again, you just have to trust me that I'm not hand selecting a shade here. I have my laptop up right here. We got 1 through 26 and let's see what we get. 5. Which comes from Subculture, which I'm glad for because I want to get more use on this palette, but this is also going to be difficult. So 5 is the shade All Star. Very pigmented, plummy, kind of mulberry tone. So let me swatch out the rest of my shades again here. I was kind of hoping when I swatched Electric earlier, I was going to hit pan on it also. No cigar though. And Perfusion. Also, I just like can't say enough good about this palette. I think I paid $6 for this Profusion palette from Walmart, and it is phenomenal. I have been absolutely loving it. Ooh, oh, that is really pretty. These all go so nicely together. I don't know how I'm going to use this shade other than as a liner, but look at that. So this is All Star and just a lovely, really cohesive quintet. I really like that. Maybe not the most summery, definitely a little more fall, but I'm still really happy to work on that. Sweet. So I also have an updated pan percentage to share with you. Last month we were sitting at 13 pans out of 47 eyeshadows, which is 27.65%. I hit 2 additional pans over the course of the last month, which brings my pan percentage up to a rounded up 32%, 31.9. But I think that that's fantastic. I'm super excited about it. I'm happy I have like a lot of pans in the wings. It's always exciting to know like next month is going to be a really good update. But that is all I have for you eyeshadow wise. I figure I should probably also clue you guys in on some things happening in our real life, because eventually you're gonna notice, or I'm gonna, you know, not really be prioritizing eyeshadow that much. I am 6 months pregnant. We're having a little girl in September. It's coming up very, very soon. So yeah, wanted to let you guys know that. Yeah. So there you have it, spilled the beans. You've not been able to tell in any of the videos because I've not been standing up, but I think I'm very good at keeping secrets. So anyways, just wanted to let you guys know that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.